What in the world is going on with Nio? We've been watching this stock struggle for around 3 weeks now. It's down 30%, or was down 30% from its highs. And then today we get this wonderful, wonderful move. It moves up more than 8%, but then in the after hours, we're seeing that it's tanking, pretty much losing all of its gains, if it hasn't already since I've been recording this video. So what should you expect out of Nio moving forward? Is this the end of Nio? Can we expect shares to recover? And most importantly, what is Nio worth right now? What's the extrinsic value? What's the intrinsic value? How much should you be paying per share? Well, that's what we're going to find out today, because in this video, we're going to be talking about Nio's earnings and the earnings expectations, why it's tanking. We're going to be talking about the brand new catalyst that was released today, and we're going to plug these new numbers into our model to give you a brand new price target, because I want you to be able to make some money, or better yet, I don't want you to lose any money. So you may want to stick around for this one. This is definitely information that you're going to want to know. So don't you go anywhere, because we're going to be starting right now. Hey, what's going on? It's Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If you're new here and you want to learn how to use stocks and options to make your portfolio go parabolic, make sure you start now by subscribing and tapping that bell so you never miss an upload. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, Ticker family? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another video. Today, I've got a very special update for you. We're going to be talking about Nio. We're going to be talking about the new Nio catalyst, and we're going to be talking about what happened with Nio earnings. Why did they miss? Why is the stock tanking? Well, obviously, it's tanking because they missed, but we haven't heard the earnings call just yet. So maybe, just maybe, there's going to be a turnaround if they report something that we didn't know about. That's the whole thing. And if anybody here is new or new to trading, investing, whatever the case may be, then here's how it works. Basically, the price of the stock already has all of the news that everybody knows priced into the shares. And then, based on anything that comes out that surprises us, well, that's what's going to change the share price later. And speaking of share price, I've got a guest on with me today. I'm going to let him take over and talk to you guys a little bit about the fundamental side of Nio. And he's going to kind of describe what happened at earnings today, why the share price kind of, it went up and then it came right back down. I believe that we lost about a little bit more than half of the gains that we saw during market hours. So he's going to pretty much explain all of that to you guys. He's a fundamentalist at heart. He's a very good guy. I've known him for several years. And by the way, he does have his own YouTube channel. You guys are going to want to sub to him as well, because he's got some very valuable information to give. And he covers Nio and Nio only. So if you're a Nio investor or someone that cares a lot about Nio, wants to start investing in Nio, whatever the case may be, I can guarantee you that this is the guy that you're going to want to follow. And if you give him just a minute or two of your time, you're going to find out exactly why. So we're about to get that show on the road, but first let me tell you, when we're done with that, we're going to very briefly discuss that new Nio catalyst I was telling you about, because this catalyst has some very serious implications for Nio. So make sure that you stick around for that, because you're not going to want to miss that. And please, for the love of YouTube, if you haven't already, please smash that like button, because it does help out this channel a lot, and I really need it. But without any further ado, let's get started. All right, so we got my boy Chris Carter from Spot On Analysis on here with me tonight. Chris, go ahead and tell my family a little bit about yourself.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay, my name is Chris. I'm over at Spot On. I do fundamental analysis on Nio currently. And what I do is I dig through all of the available public information published on them, 10Ks, 20Fs, 10Qs, thousands of documents, financial statements, press releases, economic data, and I use that information to build financial models to better estimate security prices.
Okay. So we did get a chance to talk a little bit earlier. Actually, it was after the news was released, and you seemed pretty cool about it all. I mean, for somebody that's all up into Nio, I was pretty surprised to see that you were so calm about the earnings miss, and you didn't really look shaken up about it or appear shaken up about it. Why?
Well, you're right, Pat. And I made a video that morning warning my viewers to stay calm. The storm is coming. I gave them some pretty good analysis on where I felt Nio would fall and anticipation of the earnings. But the short answer, not to be long, is growth. This is a growth stock. This is what we bought. If you own Nio, if it's in your portfolio, make no mistake, you bought it for growth. They are still growing. We've missed revenue by 2%, but the revenue grew year over year 149%. So I'm just going to calm down, stand back, and just take a look at and see what's really going on. All of the cash flow models that you build, particularly for growth stocks, span 10 years into the future. So if you're looking at today, it has very little effect on a model. Depending on the analyst, it could be 15 years into the future. So a 2% revenue miss today on a stock that has revenue growth close to 150% year over year, no, I'm not in the least bit worried about this small hiccup.
Well, you certainly did do a very good job explaining that, so I'm glad to have you on the channel to explain it to my viewers better than I could have done myself, and I greatly appreciate that. But I do know that you're waiting to officially update your models until the earnings call. So let me ask you, why the hesitation? Why not now?
Well, like I previously alluded to, we are in the growth business. We have excerpts of management dialogue, and they believe that growth is still going to grow exponentially. They're expecting, they delivered 17,000 vehicles in Q4, which was a record for Nio. They're already discussing beating that by 18% to deliver north of 20,000 vehicles for Q1. So they're not losing steam. They're not affected by it. And if I may, I just want to make a few points to explain why I feel like I'm not adjusting my models until I see something catastrophic happen. I don't think this is a big deal. I don't think Nio thinks it's a big deal. But if I may just make four small points here. Yeah. Vehicle margin. We're in a premium brand. This is very important. We saw that grow from 14.5% to 17.2% in this quarter. We saw revenue in this quarter in one quarter jump over 46%. Also, year over year, the losses are down 67%, specifically in operations. They are figuring this out. Year over year, the losses down 67%, and overall losses are down 51.5%. So when we talk about direction, where we're heading, they're heading in the right direction. And I also want to let your listeners remember, we're just barely into year 7. Yeah. And they're making this kind of progress. And I want to remind everyone, Tesla took 10 years to turn a profit. Yeah. So, no, I'm not buying into this noise. I'll drop a video tomorrow and it kind of explain my position. But no, I don't think it's anything to worry about here, Pat.
Well, I certainly am worried about one thing, Chris. And I know that you can't see me right now, but I am wearing my Tesla cap. And I need to know, I mean, I paid $20 for this cap, so I want to know, I mean, should I be worried about, the Nio versus Tesla thing? I mean, where are we heading with that? I mean, how do you see that play out?
Well, if you want to talk about being ahead of the curve, I believe so. But you also have, employees on the payroll at Nio that left Tesla, so they have a head start on the learning curve. But I actually want to do a video on that when time permits, but that's an old story in itself.
All right, I do understand. Guys, I did promise Chris that, this was only going to take a few minutes. He's a very busy man, and he's got his own video to go drop tonight. So we're going to go ahead and let him get out of here. But he did promise me that we're going to be doing plenty of collabs moving forward, so nothing to worry about there. But let me remind you, make sure to check out his channel. You can find it in a link in my description below. And now I think it's time for us to wrap this up with what I promised you, which is the catalyst that Nio dropped today. And this is a big one. Oh my goodness, is it a big one. So let's get on and talk about that very quickly. Okay, so some of you may remember hearing about Nio's plans to enter into the European market back in January. Well, actually, this was just kind of a rumor. It was actually a hint dropped by the Nio CEO. And when we first heard about this from the company, it was, I guess, yeah, it was January. And it came in the form of Ben Lee dropping us some hints. And Lee was basically talking about the navigation map in Nio's ET7, which is a show car. And it was showing a location in Oslo, Norway. So this is significant because Norway has the highest rate of electric vehicle adoption in the world. And to kind of back me up further on that, more than half of all the vehicles that were sold in Norway last year were in fact EVs, and that's going to be making up 42%, or it's a 42% increase for them from 2019. And another interesting piece of information to consider is that Xpeng, Nio's rival, it started selling its G3 SUV in Norway back in December. So a lot of you are probably wondering, when will Nio begin selling its vehicles in Europe? So I'll go ahead and tell you, the company is planning to start selling their vehicles in Europe in the second half of 2021, which is coming up soon. It's right around the corner. And what's even more amazing, guys, is this. Nio does not plan to stop there. They plan to enter other global markets in 2022. So this is absolutely huge news for Nio. And now we've got confirmation that Nio is entering Europe. We've got that confirmation from the CEO. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, this is wonderful news. What's it going to do to the share price? Well, we actually don't know yet. We don't know if any of it is baked in already or whether it isn't. For now, we're basically going to have to watch and see what type of effect it will have on the stock price. But I can tell you that it will be game-changing. So consider that before you decide to exit a position for no reason at all. Maybe because you got spooked by a tiny bit of a earnings drop or earnings miss. I'm sorry. The stock hasn't really dropped. The fact of the matter is that it ran up 8% and then dropped about 4%, essentially. But we're down about close to 30% in the last 3 weeks. Now, there are other factors that are playing into that, other reasons, and we've seen Nio essentially just kind of trade sideways. This, my friends, is absolutely normal for Nio. I assure you that you have absolutely nothing to worry about. This is going to be an explosive stock, or at least that's my opinion and my outlook. I'm still holding strong and will continue to do so, and I will continue to add. By the way, in my opinion, this is the perfect time to consider adding, but you may want to watch and see if you can get slightly lower prices. Now, if you're a fan of Cathie Wood and believe in her theories, then you should already know she expects Nio to take the cake. They're going to be one of the clear leaders of the transition to electric vehicles moving forward. One of the reasons, obviously, that she feels like this, and this came out of her mouth, is due to the battery as a service. Nio is the clear leader in that. And that's going to make them one of the clear winners in this industry. So keep an eye out on Nio, definitely, if you're not holding shares yet. Try to get on in there. If you're worried about short-term price movement, then have no fear, because as soon as our buddy over at Spot On Analysis drops his video, well, actually, before he even drops his video, we're going to compare and take notes, and I'm going to get you the best possible price target that you can possibly have, okay? So have no fear, my good people. Make sure that you hit that like button for me, because it's very important. If you haven't subscribed already, I want to say, well, why the heck not? But I don't want to put you under any pressure. I just want you to be happy. And if being happy means being with me on my channel and listening to all the wonderful content that I come out with, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button right now. Alright, so I'm about to get out of here, guys, but before I do, let me remind you we've got another big earnings play for tomorrow, and that will be none other than Fubo. Now, this is one that I've got high expectations for, but essentially that could mean nothing because everybody else also has high expectations for this stock. And in order to prevail in this market, the stock is going to have to do better than what's expected, and that's just, the standard nowadays. While I have you here, I wanted to quickly tell you about the brand new First Trade app, available for mobile or PC. The platform will give you access to powerful and easy to use tools and allows you to trade with less restrictions, zero commissions, zero fees, and you can use the first link in the description below to download a free stock today without having to deposit any money. This will greatly help out the channel and is always appreciated. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Congrats, ladies and gentlemen, you've made it to the end of the video. If you like what you watched, make sure you subscribe because I put out videos just like this one every single day. And please do me a favor and smash that like button if I helped you in any way, because it really goes a long way in helping the channel out and keeps me motivated to make videos every single day. Now, there's a lot of work involved, a lot of research, and a lot of time and effort into editing and putting these out daily for you guys. You can subscribe from your screen right now, or if you want to watch one of my other videos, I'm sure YouTube has some good content picked out for you on the left-hand side of your screen now. Thanks for sticking it out with me till the end, and I will see you guys in the next video.